Hi everyone, I'm Jeff. I've been getting a lot of people asking me questions about brace height. They want to know what the brace height is set on my bows so that they can set the brace height on their bows. Well, I can give them an answer on mine, but it's not going to help them. First of all, what is brace height? Brace height is the distance, the space between the inside furthest point in the handle to the string. Okay. Now, changing that distance by lengthening or shortening the string changes the way the limbs load and changes the performance of the bow. Okay. Now, every bow has a sweet spot for that particular shooter and the type of equipment he's using, arrows, things like that. It's a personal thing for everybody. For example, I have a 29.5-inch draw length. I shoot Easton aluminum 22/16s out of this with 125 grain head and 4 to 5-inch fletch arrows. And if someone with a 27-inch draw shoots gold tip carbons, 55, 75s out of this same bow with a 100 grain head, there's no possible way I can even come close to guessing what their brace height would be, because every factor has changed. So brace height is a very personal thing. Now, every company will recommend a certain brace height, like a range to follow for safety reasons and warranty, so forth. Now, this is a takedown, a Kodiak takedown with an A handle and #1 limbs. It's 56 inches long, and the brace height recommendations for this bow are 7 3/4 inches to 8 3/4 inches. Now, when I take my tape measure and say put it to the furthest part in the handle, I'm 7 5/8. Okay, and that's okay. That's where this bow performs well for me. So brace height is a very personal thing. You have to play with it. It takes time to get it just right, and but it's well worth taking that time. Now, how do you adjust the brace height? Well, to adjust the brace height, you have to take the string off. If I want to increase the brace height, I want to shorten my string. So I give my string a couple of turns, tighten it, a couple of twists and tighten it. Put the string back on, take a measurement of it, and shoot some arrows. Shoot a bunch of arrows. You're never going to find out right away. Shoot a bunch of arrows and see how it performs. And then if it still needs to go further for what you're doing, for noise, quietness, whatever, then you need to take the string off again and redo it. And either lengthen it or shorten the string to either shorten or lengthen the brace height. Okay, so it's a very simple process, but it does take time. And one thing I should mention, that if you put a new string on a bow, I always recommend leaving the string on and leaving it strung for 3-4 days. That's what I do with my bows when I put a new string on, and it allows the string to stretch as much as possible and shoot it as much as you can in that time. And you'll notice that the brace height will shorten as the days progress, because that string will stretch and get longer. So, after a couple days you might have to tighten that string up, take the string off and tighten it up again to get that brace height back to where it was. That's basically everything. Oh, the other thing I recommend doing, like I have a bunch of bows here, and I have the brace heights written down in a separate spot for each bow, and that way when I put a new string on, when I change things up, I don't have to remember what each individual brace height's set to. And funny thing is though, even putting a different string on, that's going to change the way that sweet spot is on that bow for me, maybe. So I just wanted to clarify that how brace height is an individual thing, and how the individual archer has to play with it in order to find out what works best for them. I hope all this helps, and I hope everybody has a good day shooting. Take care. Bye.